Hi, I'm Peter Hawley, President CEO of Fabled Copper Corp. And today I'd like to tell you about our latest 2021 field results, where we sampled on surface 4.66% copper on the 2B copper occurrence. This is Fabled Copper's fifth set of results on the 2021 surface fieldwork on its Muskwa Copper Project, which is comprised of the Toro Property, previously referred to as the North Block, and the Toro Property, previously referred to as the South Block, and all located in Northern British Columbia. The company also holds the rights to the Bronson Property further to the south. We will report our findings on the Toro Property first, then followed by the Toro, and then the Bronson. We started the new year by reporting our findings on the Lady Luck occurrence in the south end of the Toro Property. This was followed by the Mac occurrence, then the 8A copper occurrence, the Harris copper occurrence, the 2A copper occurrence in the central sector of the Toro Property, and now the 2B copper occurrence, approximately 2 kilometers southwest, and it may be the continuation of the 2A copper occurrence. The 2B copper occurrence was sampled over a vertical distance of 83 meters, starting from 1,574 meters. As you can see, grab sample D-723241, taken at the 1,574 meter elevation, consisted of 45% brecciated siltstone, which was medium gray in color with 55% white quartz carbonate in the matrix. This sample contained no apparent sulfides, and as expected returned 0.01% copper. Now you may ask sometimes, why do you sample rocks that don't have any apparent sulfides? Well, we're trying to determine if the copper mineralization bleeds into them or is a halo. Now, float sample D-723205 was taken 7 meters vertically above the sample I previously described and consisted of quartz carbonate and reddish brown in color with yellow-brown patches and dissolution cavities on the weathered surface. Minor vugs were present and abundant malachite staining with lesser traits of azurite and less than 1% chalcopyrite as patches with a trace of boronite with chalcopyrite. This sample assayed 0.36% copper. Chip sample D-723206, taken at the 1,594 meter elevation, consisted of 65% quartz and carbonate with a trace of chalcopyrite and 35% of highly sheared brecciated siltstone and shale with quartz carbonate interstitial filling. And this was sampled over a width of 1 meter and, as expected, returned 0.01% copper. Now, float sample D-723240 at the 1,603 meters vertically consisted of white quartz with carbonate, 5% sheared siltstone with abundant malachite copper alteration, and less than 1% chalcopyrite as patches and blebs. And this sample returned 0.86% copper. Float sample D-723239, taken at 1,615 meters vertically, consisted of quartz with iron carbonate, and this was containing abundant shale fragments. The weathered surface was molded orange, brown to dark gray, and the fresh surface molded blackish gray to dark black with white gray and white brassy specks. Trace malachite copper alteration with 1 to 2% chalcopyrite was seen, and this sample returned 4.66% copper. Note the green malachite copper alteration on the side of the rock. Now, grab sample D-723238, taken at 1,657 meters vertically, consisted of highly sheared gray siltstone with interstitial quartz and carbonate infilling. This is very similar to D-723237 as I described previously. As you can see, moderate malachite copper alteration was present, that's the green banding, along with 2% chalcopyrite as disseminations and blebs within the quartz carbonate. This sample returned 1.85% copper. Float sample D723237 consisted of highly sheared gray shale with siltstone, with numerous quartz carbonate stringers and also fracture filling, moderate malachite copper alteration, and a trace of azurite. 2% chalcopyrite was seen as blebs and disseminations with a trace of bornite. Unfortunately, no altitude reading was taken at this location, but this sample returned 0.95% copper. Going forwards, we believe that the 2B could well be the extension of the 2A copper occurrence over 2 kilometers to the northeast. That being the case, in the 2022 field season, we will reevaluate the sector between 2A and 2B to see if we can further outline the continuity of the veins.